So I've been traveling around the last couple of weeks. I've done 7 cities in the last, 3 weeks. And so I've been meeting lots of investors, having lots of conversations. And the thing that constantly comes up is Brexit, okay? Now, Brexit was done and dusted, and yeah, there's the long tail, of Brexit. But I think the key here, and I think the distinction and the understanding that people don't have with Brexit is, we can talk politics and we can talk at another different levels. If we're just talking about property investors here and the impact on property, what it actually did, it subdued all of the property prices for a couple of years. So what it meant was post-COVID, after governments around the world had pumped, injected huge amounts of QE, quantitative easing, money into the economy, what it meant was, even though that money went into the economy actually was quite subdued. House prices didn't double, in a year or two, which we saw in Australia, in the US, and a number of other countries. What actually happened is it kept those prices subdued. Now, that was actually, and it's turning out to be a really good thing. As much as it was painful, and much as, look, with my portfolio, I would have much rather they all doubled in value, all right? That would have been fantastic. But they haven't, but what that's gonna mean is, we may not get this, but we're not gonna get that either, or we're unlikely to get that, which is good news. So I think besides the damaging effect for the general consensus and feeling about the UK, the fact that, it must have been terrible and it must have been damaging and I'm not sure I want to invest there. And it did drive a lot of investors away, okay? So supply and demand and all these sort of things, that kept those prices low. But now what we're finding is the fallout of that on the property market, we can talk about other stuff, politics and all these sort of things, but on the property market, it hasn't been that dramatic, okay? So we haven't seen property prices plummet. We haven't really seen that. What we saw was they were subdued. There was still growth, okay? But what that's meant now is we're in a far better position, ready for the next uptick in prices. So in some ways, that's putting a positive spin on what was otherwise a massive feat of self-harm. It's like stabbing yourself in the chest with a knife. It didn't make any sense. But anyway, let's not get into the politics of that. But from a property investment perspective, it's kept prices low, which means we're ready for the next uptick. We don't have to have this uptick and then drop down. So that's good for property investors, and it gives you a bit of certainty around, and confidence around what you're doing. So anyway, guys, like, subscribe, and follow. And any questions you've got, chuck them in the things. What do you think about Brexit? How's it been? Has it been a terrible thing? Has it been actually, what's been your feelings and your experience of Brexit, especially on the property market? How do you feel it's gone? All right, guys, have a great day. See ya.